Big news for the unemployed. This influencer got viral on TikTok for crying and crashing out against a hair salon because they couldn't do her hair after she arrived late to her appointment. She got called out for being entitled, and then she decided to make a long video to explain herself, and it did not go the way she planned. So it all started with this clip she posted on TikTok, which I assume she immediately posted after leaving the hair salon.
Just went to go get my hair cut. My hair's not cut. And I will be writing a 1-star review for this place. Thank you very much. I love LA.
Now at this point, we don't even know why the haircut didn't happen. Maybe the salon was closed, maybe a sinkhole swallowed the building. And the crying made it seem like they threw her out of the shop or something, which is not what happened. So she followed through with the review, and this is where the story begins to unravel. She basically blames the universe for her being late, listing every excuse from traffic to a broken elevator. She admits she blew past the 15-minute grace period, but she still feels like her clear communication of telling them she's gonna be late should have bought her a pass somehow. When the stylist told her there wasn't enough time to do the haircut properly, she seemed to have took it as a personal attack. She argued that because she's had to wait for other people in the past, she somehow should be allowed to be late now. She ended the review by saying she's shocked by the stylist's lack of humanity and claims she left sobbing and that this basically ruined her day. She also included a photo of herself crying for good measure. She's really trying to make it clear that she's the victim here. And then the salon responded. Basically, they said they understood that delays happen, but they have a 15-minute late policy so that they can stay on schedule for all guests. They also said by the time she arrived, there wasn't enough time to complete the haircut she wanted without affecting the next client. And they also offered to reschedule. So basically, the salon gave the most normal business response possible. How very cruel and inhumane of them to do, offering a reschedule like that. I don't know, she's treating it like some kind of a punishment. But if a stylist thinks they can't do the job properly in the time left, that's usually a good thing. I mean, you want the person holding scissors near your face to have standards, right? So after the internet told her that she was in the wrong, she decided to make a longer explanation video.
Girl that was crying is back to give you a real explanation this time. The reason I haven't yet is I just wasn't sure if that was something that was worth it for me, especially now that I know people have seen me crying.
That is one of the risks of posting a video of yourself crying. People might see it. You can avoid this by using an advanced technique called not uploading the video.
And also, it's not a quick explanation, and most of you are gonna hear the first part and be like, you're the problem, and then they're gonna leave. So to anyone that actually wants to hear what happened and you stick around for like the whole story, this is for you. It's gonna be a little long, so buckle up.
Now, to be fair, she's right. A lot of people did hear the first part and decided she was the problem. The issue is that the rest of the story doesn't really change that.
The day of the appointment comes around, and I get in my car, I put in the place, and it says 11:04 is my ETA. My appointment was at 11, but I know that it's rude to be late, even if it's like just a little bit, and I am really good about not being late, and it makes me really anxious because I had a mom growing up who was late to everything. You know how it is. And so I call, and she doesn't answer, and she calls me back once I'm on the highway, but before I get on the highway, if you live in LA, you know, there's this stupid fucking series of lights to get on the highway, and essentially, I was stuck at the light for 5 light cycles.
So her appointment was at 11, and when she got in the car to depart, the ETA was already 11:04. So even before the traffic and the universe apparently assembled a special obstacle course for her, she was already going to be late.
I'm not even kidding, and I did not move maybe a car's length. And my ETA went up to 11:10. And like, what the fuck am I gonna do in that situation? Be an asshole and cut in front of everyone else like everyone else is doing and then sit in the intersection and get honked at? No.
It's true, she should not commit traffic violations for a haircut. There was another option though.
The only option was just to sit there, really. Like, how else am I gonna get there? I have to go on the highway.
The other option was leaving earlier.
And of course, there's also highway closures. And so she calls me back. My ETA still says 11:10. And, I tell her I'm doing my best to get there on time. And that, I'm afraid that the ETA might go up a little bit more because the traffic was like really bad. When you're on maps and it says like police reported ahead, are they still there? That happened 4 times too. Like, everything that could have happened to stop me from getting there on time did happen.
She's explaining why she was late as if a good enough explanation could force the appointment to still happen. Like, yeah, being stuck at a traffic light is annoying, but it's still your own fault that you were late, right? It's not like the stylist was hiding inside the traffic light, pressing the red button so you can't move.
I wish I had gotten in my car a few minutes earlier if I knew that was going to be the case. I thought I had enough time.
She was so close to the actual lesson there. Like, she could almost taste it. But as the saying goes, wisdom has been chasing you, but you have always been faster. Or in this case, later? I don't know.
And so I get there, I park my car at 11:12 in the parking garage because also Amtrak, like there was literally a fucking train that came by as well. Like, I'm not making this up, okay? And I park my car in the parking garage, I run in heels, and I'm sick, okay? And the elevator out of the parking garage doesn't work. I stand there for what feels like 2 minutes.
Isn't that just Tuesday in LA? I mean, I do believe it was stressful, and running through a mall in heels while being sick does sound miserable. Although I don't know why anyone wears them in the first place, like heels. That's a different story though.
Running into there right at 11:15, and she pokes her head out and like says like, "Lisa," and I'm like, "Yeah." And so I swear to God, at the latest, it was 11:16 that I was in her chair. At the very fucking latest, okay? Not that that matters, you would think, but it does.
Even if she arrived at 11:16 instead of 11:20, she was still late past the grace period. I mean, arguing over 4 minutes doesn't really change the main point. It's like missing a train and then saying, "Actually, I only missed it by a little." Great, the train is still gone and you still missed it.
And so she sits me down in her chair, offers me water, brushes my hair, asks me what I want.
Terrible stuff. Absolute nightmare of a business. I don't know how this hair salon still has a license. Diabolical. This part is kind of funny because she describes decent customer service while complaining about customer service. Like,
I show her the inspo picture. The vibes are like, and like just not great customer service, right? And then she's like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think I can cut your hair in an hour 15. And then she says that like she doesn't want to rush it and like do a bad job, which is fair.
She even admits the stylist's reasoning is fair. She says not wanting to rush and do a bad job is fair. And then she continued being angry that the fair thing happened.
And then she's like, and that's not fair to my other client at 12:30. I don't know what to say to that. Like,
a possible response could have been something like, "Okay, I understand. When can we reschedule?" Like, I guess that's a very difficult thing to say. It takes years of training to unlock that ability. It sounds to me like the stylist tried to give it a chance, then realized the requested haircut needed more time than what they had left, and then decided to offer her a reschedule. I mean, that sounds pretty reasonable to me. And then she brings up Wisconsin all of a sudden.
I come from Wisconsin. Maybe things are just different here in California, which is why I said I love LA, because this would only fucking happen in a city like LA. In Wisconsin, like I said, my mom is late to everything. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm not saying it's like it should be this way, but I swear to God, people are late for hair appointments all the fucking time, or even if they're on time, sometimes it goes over, and the next person just sits there and waits for a few minutes, and it's like not a fucking big deal, right?
Now, this is an amazing argument because it basically comes down to where I'm from, people tolerate this more. Also, this isn't really a Wisconsin versus LA thing. This is a you were late thing. And sure, some businesses will make exceptions, some won't. And sometimes a salon runs behind and the next person waits. and that does happen. But an exception is something that someone gives you. It's not something you can demand and then, punish them for not giving it to you.
And so she says, I'm gonna have you come back tomorrow. And then I left a review and they responded and then deleted it. And they said that I showed up at 11:20, which is not true because I texted my friend at 11:20 after I had been essentially kicked out and said, I'm not getting my hair cut, I'm crying. Like I texted them at 11:20 and said, like, I'm not getting my hair cut. So that's the story. And fuck that hair salon. I think that that lady needs to work on her customer service. And also, like, I would have tipped her amazingly.
I'm sure they're devastated for having to lose such an amazing and wonderful customer.
I understand that I should have been better about my time management and I could have been there earlier. And you know what? That would have reflected in my tip. And so she didn't get my money, and I'm glad at the end of the day that I didn't get my hair cut by her. But yeah, you ruined my fucking day off, and I wish I didn't let you, but you did. So fuck you, Strand of Soul in Pasadena. Weird as fuck that you deleted the response to my review too. You're weird.
She almost showed some character development there in the first sentence. I mean, she understood she should have managed her time better, that she could have arrived earlier, and then somehow it's still the salon's fault and that her day is ruined. And that is why people reacted the way they did and called her out on it the first time. It's not because nobody understands being late. I mean, everyone's been there. It happens. The problem is what she did afterwards. Still trying to make it seem like the hair salon lacked humanity for not bending backwards, bending the rules just for her. And then the funny thing is, it's not even a big deal. Like, this thing only got viral because she herself uploaded the first clip of her crying and then continued with this explanation video, which really only succeeded in making her appear even more entitled. This got so viral that even Charlie, aka Penguin Zero, have covered it. And from what I've seen and read, it appears she's like some kind of an aspiring influencer / streamer or something. She's a small creator, but of course she's bigger than me at this point. And I think this will pretty much destroy her influencer career, I guess, unless if she apologizes and own up to it. I mean, right now her TikTok account is privated, I'm guessing from the backlash she's getting. And frankly, I think all she has to do to turn this around is just genuinely apologize, own up to her mistake, and remove the bad review to show good faith, I guess. It's not like she committed a crime or anything, but it does still show how massive her entitlement is. Truly unemployed news we got here, but yeah, that's about it for this situation. Like and subscribe, or the universe will create an obstacle course specifically to delay you from your next appointment. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you around.